Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today is a bit of an educational video, excuse me. We are going to be learning the difference between a fake deck and a genuine deck. So I do have some decks here that are fake, I guess, to some degree, and then some aren't. So I have one for comparison just to say this is what an indie deck looks like and what you'd be looking for, and then this is what a fake deck would look like. So we'll get into this straight away. I'm going to start with the Witch's Tarot here in front of me. Okay, so this is the Witch's Tarot by Ellen Duggan. Now, one of my very first flip-throughs is this deck, the real one. I just parted ways with it. It was just time to move on, and you know, it's been 10 years to do clear every now and again. Right, so do not scan them because you could be end up with a possible phishing website. Or we'll take you to the site that these were purchased from. Sure, it says scan for guidebook, but you could just buy the book, the set with the book, which is why I have one of Ethany's decks with me, because that's a legitimate indie deck. In any case, this is supposed to be a mass-produced deck. Now, someone had this up to rehome, and they're like, I can't move this, so you know, just chuck that in with my order, I'll take it, because I wanted it to see, do I want this deck again? And I don't mind taking on some fake decks, because no one's going to use them, and if they get lost, they get lost. Or if they disappear, they disappear. Now, I have edged this poorly, or maybe the previous owner did, I can't remember, but you can tell this is fake because it's smaller than the average deck. This is the Arcanum deck. Here you go. So the Arcanum Tarot is a standard tarot size. And you can see this is not a standard size. That's one sign. Is if you see a pocket edition of a deck that does not have a pocket edition, like mass produced, don't buy it. That's one sign. The other sign is that it be featured in a tuck box, when it's not supposed to be. So like, sure, Liscarbeo have tucked boxes and such, and some decks do come in a tuck box. That's fine. But these are on those like clearance sale, and it's like a really too good to be true Wish looking site or Temu looking site. Don't do that. Go and find the original somewhere, or see if someone is looking to rehome it. And the other thing would be like the quality of like the text is very pixely when you look closely at it. It's slightly distorted, like I can't read that. And I have pretty good eyesight. It'll mostly be like this weird print looking box, and it's very cheap tuck box. The quality of the cards would be more flimsy. Not as great as the one. The other one would be, I don't know if this was trimmed, but like you can sometimes it'd be off center as well. So I think this was trimmed by the previous. Nope, they're all the same. See, the same exact cut. So some of them may be off center. That's another sign. I will show you other ones. I have a better comparison, so let me get you my two Shadowscapes. Okay, so here is the Shadowscape deck. I've put the box away and the book because I need space, and I'm more confident with my reading. This is edged in silver, just a silver marker. I think it was a paint one, so that is one sign if it's fake. That's one sign if it's fake, is that edging may not be, or gilding would not be available because they can't afford it, or they can't produce it in such a cheap way that they can't do the gilding. That's another one, a sign as well. Here I found my universal weight. I just found it on my desk to give a proper like size comparison. Now these are by Llewellyn, I believe. I think they're Llewellyn. And then these ones are by US Games. So US Games will have a standard tarot size. Llewellyn have this like softer, rounded square shape, I guess. And they're more like a little bit bigger than a playing card. No, they're a little bit smaller, okay. So this is just the comparison of what you're looking for in mass-produced ones. And then here is a small mass, like fake one. Oh, I have a little potion bottle in there to stop it from rattling. This just stays on my desk. I don't use it because I prefer my actual one if I did use it. But here is a fake one that I have also edged in silver just to make it match. But you can see immediately there is a difference. I'll turn on the light here so you can see a clearer option here. So the original is more darker and has more detail, whereas the fake one is more like washed out and very pale looking. I might turn off the light, it's giving me a bit of a glare. That's for a sec. So you could see like it's more pale in comparison. The other thing would be is the front. So just grab this card here. No, it's not the same one, but it doesn't matter. Oh, we have the Star and Justice. Look at this. What does that mean? So you can see the borders on the small one are very thick. Now for a knockoff one, this cardstock is quite stiff, and this one's quite flexible for the original. However, the art style is very unique to this deck, okay? And the other thing would be is that the details that you can see here, like the butterflies and stuff, they're very squashed and pixelated when you look closely at the fake ones, and they kind of minimize the work that the artist put into this deck. So the original is always the best to get. Comes with a great book as well, so you have no excuse as well. And you're supporting a artist that actually worked hard on this for years and then got it mass produced, which is a beautiful fairy tale ending to being a deck career, you know? So yeah, you can see like it's very different from the sides here. I'll grab another card, let's see. 7 of Cups and look, 2 of Cups. Oh, here, look at that. Well, we got one 6 and 6 away. So, like, you could see the difference here. If the bottom one here is not huge, the colours are more contrasted here. And yes, I did smudge the silver paint, if you can see it there. But you could see the difference, like, it's not nice to see someone's work being mass fake made or made cheaply when they worked so hard on it. Like, that art piece probably took months, maybe more, to make, and then it's just been squashed down. You can't even see like the proper details here. Like the lamps are just like little lights of like different pigment, and here you can actually see the little stars. So yeah, that's just a good sign to see, is that, you know, it's better to check everywhere, especially if you are getting a second-hand deck, where you get those decks that are second-hand or anything. Do double check everything before you buy it, and ask. Don't be afraid to ask the seller or like someone who's rehoming, say, oh, you're selling the Shadowscape one, can I see more pictures of it in the box or the deck? Because sometimes you will see them. If you see a QR code, that's the biggest one, is to see the QR code. That means it's been fake, made fake. So this one is clearly a fake one. It doesn't have a QR code or anything to show that it is possibly fake until you go in here. If they come with a booklet, that's a good way to check as well, is that they literally just copy and paste like a wiki page or something onto it, or the standard meanings. So look, revised 2024 is another one. I have no idea if this one's fake. I just put it in here because I went, it's a possibility. When you're not sure, you're not sure. But again, this deck was €3, not even secondhand. So I'm not gonna be mad about it, you know. But it's where they don't show, like they do sometimes show spreads, but they don't show detailed spreads or what's the reason for this being remade. And also, the thing's just really cheap paper. That's the other thing, it's really cheap paper. So this deck is just a simple little Rider-Waite I like it. It's fine. It was only €2 just to pop in my bag. Because, again, I collect decks, right? And I'm very picky when I pick decks, but I'm also picky of which ones I put in my bag because I have a backpack, so I want them like bashing around the place. And if the tuck box gets messed up, it does. Like, that's just how it goes with some tuck boxes, especially the old Lascarabeo ones. But Lascarabeo are now doing the 2-part ones, which makes it easier. But yeah, like, these ones are lovely. This is a nice cheap one. I'm not saying don't buy cheap ones, I'm just saying be careful when you do, because I've seen people, buy a deck and then go, how is this fake? I don't understand. Go on to the next one, which is, it's one that really ticked me off, so I'm going to compose myself while I talk. Okay, so this deck is a deck I was hoping to have for Christmas. It is a Christmas deck. I'm not going to show the front because it has the Etsy shop's name. This deck, okay, it's not fake in that sense. Like, it's not the same as the ones that are showing, like where this is a fake of a mass-produced one. This is... I'm very annoyed with this. This is an Etsy deck that someone has used AI in, and it's very annoying. So I don't like AI, and I have artist friends, and it's not nice when they don't get like hired for it. So let me find the ones that have vivid AI in it. One would be that one, is that the deer are tiny in the little like figurines is one on there. There's a big one here. Here's one. So this one is awful. I actually hate this. This is the strength card. And you're thinking, it's not that bad, until you realise the woman has 6 fingers on top. She has 6 fingers. That's horrendous, I think. The other thing would be the alignment maybe of that horn is one. And the pattern on her robe does not make any sense. Like, it's all over the place. Let me try and find another one. You can also see it like with the ring, with the wheel here, it's all warped. I don't know if I have the other one. I might have... Oh, here's one. So, this proportion of the woman in this temperance card, the jug is very over the top. All over the place here. First it's pouring like a bucket. The handle is on the wrong end and she's holding the edge of it. So those are little signs you can tell it's AI. So it doesn't look human. Also, her neck doesn't make any sense here with the portion to her arm. Okay, this one's the gross one. This is the devil. You're thinking, it's not that bad. He's wearing a deer. Nope, that is a 3-headed deer. Yeah, that's a 3-headed deer. Used as a necklace. And it's like all this one big like roll of stuff. It's horrible. Absolutely disgusting. So like, I paid money for this. Now I did get it back. Don't be afraid, guys, to raise cases with your PayPal if you're using PayPal, because they will guide you through what to do, saying I don't support AI, they don't. I found proof that this artist, air quotes, was not advertising that these are AI. So you're supposed to say, yes, this is made by AI, not by me. Like that's now the disclaimer on most things now. And I found proof that they didn't say it. But then in the DMs, I went to like, who drew the art? Like, I did. I went, oh, you're saying you drew the art when you didn't. Huh. Also, the style is another thing. Like, this is very anime eyes. That's very realistic. It's horrible. Like, this is disgusting. I actually hate this. So what I'm going to be doing is just, if I send off, look at this, like the 5 of swords. Like, what's that? He has 3 hands. Oh, it's horrible. AI is disgusting. Like, don't get me wrong. AI is probably where things are going, but it's not right when an artist who could have worked diligently on this or was paid for it could have made it and, you know, actually worked really hard and been a beautiful indie creator made this, but no. And here's the thing: when so PayPal told me in the case, I can tell her it's fine. It's just this little, like, the transaction things. I got my money back. It's all fine now. But when I went to send off the deck back, because you're noticing this is in my hand. The deck, I sent it back, and the creator, returned it to sender, because I looked up the address and I went, that's going to come back to me, because it was in some random deli, like an abandoned deli in Turkey. That's where it was being sent to. And I went, I don't like that. So yeah, just be careful on Etsy as well, because some decks are becoming very predominantly known for becoming AI, unfortunately. That's another thing you have to watch out. So there are like things, like if you notice like something looks off, like for example, as we saw there, like the King of Swords with like 3 hands. No, the 5 of Swords with like 3 hands, 3 swords, and 2 on the floor. Doesn't make sense. Or let's see, can we find another one? Like the 10 of Swords, this one. Like, the imagery would have been beautiful. Like, this knight looks like a Power Ranger. Like, come on. He looks like a Power Ranger. That's ridiculous. So, like, there are some things that should not have been done. And the other thing is also count fingers, or their eyes, or the amount of legs they have. That's another one. Like, some of it's horrible. Like, I just can't stand AI, because, again, I support artists. Like, pick up the damn pencil. I am that person. And learn. You don't go to college to, like, you're not going to get AI, teaching people to do heart surgery, I don't think that's going to happen. Because that's too delicate, and that will put doctors into jeopardy or something. So if artists are like, no, like the world's like, no, art is easy now. You can do it with AI. Right, you go to college and animate something then. Do you know what I mean? Sorry, I'm very passionate about that. That's one thing I do not like. So, on to the next one. Just to wrap this up. Just a quick little note. I found this deck here. I forgot about this one. This is the Dragon Age Inquisition Tarot. This is fake. It's a reproduction of the ones that are in the loading screen. You can see the quality here is not great. It's very pixelated. It's very warped. The cards themselves are very flimsy. The art style is not great quality. This is one of the first ones. Sorry, I finally found it. I was looking for it while I was putting stuff away. I went, oh my god, I forgot to mention this deck. So this is a reproduction of a fan-made one that came with either a deluxe version of the game or something, and a fake one that someone remade. Because you can see the quality is horrible. It's all pixelated and chipped here. It's not sharp at all. It's very fuzzy here, if you can see that. I don't know if you can. With the naked eye, you can see it. Very fuzzy. But that's just a thought, like, just showing you, like, there are ones that are very badly made, and, yeah, just be careful out there. And we're back. Okay, so, as you may notice, I have Ethany's deck here. Now, Ethany's, this is not a fake one. This is not AI. This is not not a fake or anything. This is actually hers. I bought it off her website. It came with the book. It came with everything. I just have it here as a sample of what a indie deck is supposed to not look like, but like what you're looking for in quality. So here's an example perfectly right here, is that it's gilded, for one. It's gilded. It has a beautiful box. Like, the box is stunning. Like, the indie creators like Ethany, shout out to Ethany, love your work. Oh, I love it so much. I've been following it for years. Back when I think she had like a bookcase in the back and she was sitting on the floor, like those videos. Yeah, that's how long I've been following her. But like, they take care of this. Like, look how like TLC is put here into just the box. We have the backing. Oh my god, is that the backing? No, this is the thing I was looking for. We have the backing. There's foam in here to protect the cards. Indie deck creator will take care of their deck as if it's their child, okay? Not comparing it to actually raising a child, just saying, like, they will nurture this, they will take care of it, they want certain things on certain places. Like the detail, even like the gilding here, the magnetic clasp on the box. The clasp, here we go. Oh, that magnet, just that lovely little magnet. So you will not see that in fake decks. They will just toss it into a tuck box, as I showed you before, and not care. The other thing is you'll get a little card of authenticity. So this is showing that, look, it even has the backing of the other cards. So this shows you this is a first edition limited print of 2000. I don't even know what number I have. Ethany's signature is there. But that shows you that this is her deck. It came from her site. And there's authenticity to this at the bottom. So you can actually see the authenticity card. So then we know what it is. Right. So let's have a look at the deck itself. I've done a flip through of this. You can have a look. This is just showing you what to look for when you're looking for an indie deck that isn't fake, isn't reproduced, isn't done in a fake tuck box, isn't like done by people who just want money. First of all, gilding is a big thing. Like, that's hard to... Not hard, because I've never made a deck, just putting it out there. I've only helped collab with a deck. But edging costs money, and they're not going to add to it if it can't be done like quick, simple, you know. And the other thing is the cardstock is luxurious. Like, this is insane quality. The backing would be holographic as well. So if this was a fake, this would be no hollow, just be the print. Very unfortunate and very disgusting if that was the case. The art style would probably be very pixelated and squashed. I have no idea how. I would love to see Ethany's side of, like, if she has had her decks been made into fakes. I would love to hear her side of that. Like, how does she deal with it? And as a, you know, as a content creator, it'd be horrible, you know, having your... It's like getting your video not copyright claimed, but like your video taken and then someone dubbing over it and it's claiming it's theirs. Like, it's that same stuff. Like, Nine of Swords, the anxiety of it. But yeah, like, this is a gorgeous deck. It's just an example of what an indie deck is, what you're looking for quality, like the little checklist you need. It has to be, the big one is that authenticity card or certificate. Now, I'm going to put these back in their little homes, tuck that in there. And then the other thing is, some will come with an actual guidebook. Like, let me tell you, Ethany spoils her followers, spoils people with her indie decks. This is the first one I've had of hers, and from the others I've seen, like, flip-throughs of that I was thinking of getting, she spoils people. Like, she gives you a guidebook. Like, look how thick this is. Again, if you want to see the full flip-through of this, I will link it down below. Like, look at that. Like, she spoils you to make it so easy, beginner-friendly and easy to work with. And you just put it all together in its beautiful little box. Spoiled. Absolutely spoiled. Next up is the recent one I purchased, is the Elemental Wisdom Tarot. Now, as I said, this one has some of the checklists, as I said, that you would look for with a indie deck. The gilding, the magnetic box is one. Magnetic box. The beautiful box has magnets. This one is edged in black because it is the black edition. The only thing I noticed... Well, see, I'm in the middle of re-edging this, so ignore that. But, like, this is pre-owned, so I got it off someone. The only thing I've noticed is it doesn't come with the card of authenticity. Whether the person lost it or this version didn't have one, it's fair enough. But I'm on the fence, like, this could be fake, but I didn't spend a ton of money on it, as I said in my haul video. However, the quality of the deck is just as good as the Dark Mansion Tarot. That's the Dark Mansion Tarot. It's beautiful. The quality is there. Nothing is pixelated. So it could be the genuine version. The only thing is, I would like to see that card of authenticity. Wow, that just went flying. What were you? Wheel of Fortune, good things are coming, I guess. But yeah, like, I really want to do flip throughs. I'm just like making sure this is the right one. It's not a fake or anything like that. You know, I'd rather be sure to be sure. And like, if I find the card, which I found it here while I'm flipping through, find the card of authenticity. But you know, I'd rather check with the person, maybe see if they have it. If not, fine. Whatever, I was happy with the purchase. And it's a deck that's been on my list. So sometimes you could just be like, you know what, it's fine, it's not worth the fight. Sometimes it is, like when, as I say, with the AI one, or finding a creator that you've looked up to has their deck being made into a fake is another one. So just be careful, guys. Like, Amazon is also another one I've noticed, is that they're starting to do decks like this. This is another one I have. They're starting to do these kind of decks a lot. Like these really cheap Chinese-made decks. Nothing against China. It's just saying they're made in China. Like, they go get it cheaply made in those printing presses over there. The cardstock is still decent, but it's all this, like, AI. But yeah, look, see, it's all, like... See, I won't be using this on my channel, because... Unless I needed to do a money one just to get it out there and go, yeah, do you know what, this is a good one for clarifying. But like, this is all, what's it called? It's Money Moves Oracle. Career and money reading. Cards. It just says reading. It doesn't say cards. And it says 54 cards, and it's just, yeah. So like, there's even a ship. Like, I got this because I wanted to see what were these like. And I went, why don't I get a romance one? Because that's going to be so cheesy and like, typical going, first love and you'll meet soon kind of ones. Like, I have a deck that does that. It's Adoring Virtue or Romance Angels. So I don't need one that repeats it. Whereas like, oh, look at this, the snake even showed up. Showing it's fake, it's a snake. Reducing losses, elimination and completing a new metamorphosis. Time to set a higher goal. Yeah, set your standards, guys. Like, if you're buying or investing in a deck and you're brand new to tarot, right? Invest in a deck that has a book with it, or that is good for beginners. Like, I would recommend the Shadowscape, brilliant. But if you're brand new to it, I would recommend Everyday Witch Tarot. Do you know what I mean? Everyday Witch Tarot is a good one to start with. It's still following the Rider-Waite-Smith system. It's beautifully crafted. Like, here, look, I have one here. This is not the right. This is another one. This is the Freud Pavlov Tarot. Now, this is just the book. I think I might have the other one on my shelf, the deck on my shelf. But I have this book here because it's so well done. Like, it's a hardback. It's glossy. It's beautiful. This is mass produced by US Games. See? US Games. But this is the one that they spoiled us with because Pavlov wanted to have a hardback copy, hard book, and wanted things to be just as good as the Kickstarter, I guess, but obviously more affordable and stuff, and to be able to get out to everyone. So that's just my take on and educating people on what's a fake deck and what's not, and what to find out, like if you have an AI deck, if you have found one that's on Amazon that's really cheap, if you're not sure with one that doesn't have the authenticity card, like double check with the creator, like go to the actual creator, not the place you bought it from, kind of thing. And then the other thing is just be careful with these little decks as well, like with the QR codes is a big one. So like, because this deck comes with a book and it's full size. So that's an idea. If you see a deck that hasn't been announced as a mini as well, that's one you should look out for. So like if, for example, I don't know, let's say, trying to think of a big deck. Say this one, look, the recently published Unfolding Path Tarot came out, was recently made, like this is only launched in January, right? Not even. And it came out with a mini somewhere. That's a sign that you know it should not have a mini, because minis take time to resize and reproduce into like a smaller scale. They want to spoil people with a tin maybe, you know, that's a big thing. The other one would be like Light Seers. I remember Light Seers Tarot was being made like fake a lot when it first came out, before it was mass produced. So when it was mass produced, I went, do you know what? I'm going to wait until it's mass produced, because I'm not taking my chances on getting a fake deck, because you're spending money you've earned, you're spending money you've worked for, and you deserve to be treated fairly, do you know? So yeah, that's just my take on it. I hope this helps people figure out what's fake, what's not, and educate yourselves more on on what not to look for and what to look for, and what are the little checklists. I ramble so much because I was really nervous about this kind of topic, because I don't want to put it out there that everyone's deck is fake, right? I don't want to say that. It was more like I need to be clear, I need to be concise, and I need to not ramble. Who get duped, and it's just very sad. And in the world of tarot, we don't need that. So yeah, I'll leave that there, guys, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye.